Hey guys, welcome back. This is Tarun again, back with another fitness video for you folks. So what am I talking about today, guys? I'm talking about something which is so much talked about in the fitness industry. So much so that, it probably still is as confusing as it was earlier. Everybody wants to know about this. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's doing research around it. And still, we don't know jack shit about it. Hey, I'm rhyming. What am I talking about? I'm talking about carbs, carbohydrates. Are they your friends? Are they your enemies? Now there's so much of stuff, floating across the internet, trainers, people, experts telling us, you should not have carbs, and there's a group of people you should have carbs. So in this video, guys, I want to make your life simple and easy. If you are one of those guys who are looking to make carbs as your best friends, when I say best friends, you should know how to use carbs, for aesthetic gains, to lose weight, to strip off body fat, and you're gonna be fit as a fiddle. You will not be cranky, because just imagine, guys, if you don't have carbs in your diet, your brain only understands one language of food, which is obviously carbs. If you take that out, you're not actually functioning. I tried it. I tried the whole low-fat diet and low-fat, low-carb diet. Though it did wonders for me, but my weight plateaued at a certain level. My body fat plateaued at a certain level. So that told me, and that taught me something, that you need carbs in your body to function. Not for my aesthetic goals, but for my own sanity. Just imagine, guys, you don't want to be cranky as hell because people around you will really, get onto your goat, and you'll be extremely pissed if you don't feed your brain with the right amount of carbs. So in this video, guys, I'm going to be sharing 3 thumb rules with you of carbs, how you can actually utilize them. If you were to do these 3 things right, trust me, and this is again tried and tested, you will get your results. Carbs will only do world of good. So let's understand, guys, what exactly are those 3 things. Before you get onto any diet plan or any diet bandwagon, understand there are different kind of carbs. So number one topic is kind of carbs. So one is, obviously your simple sugar. Simple sugar is nothing but your honey, your anything related to sugar which your body absorbs, and it's quickly gives you that high, and after 5 to 7 minutes, that sugar is being dissolved and you're craving for more. Not the good kind of carbs that you would want. That's why it's called simple sugar carbs, and this is exactly you should avoid. The second kind of carbs is your starchy, complex carbs. You must have heard people talk about it, or high glycemic, low glycemic. Forget that. I don't want to talk technicalities. I'm going to talk simple, plain shit with you guys. Complex carbs is nothing but your rice, rotis, pastas, breads, grains, whole wheat, simple, starchy food. Your complex carbs. You should have more of this. Then comes your fibrous carbs. Your fibrous carbs are your veggies, your broccoli, asparagus of the world. So there are 3 kinds of carbs. Fair enough, not confusing at all. Now that you know that these are the kind of carbs, you should know when to take these carbs. If you have a goal which is aesthetic in nature, which means the timing of carb. That means my second point, the timing of carb. So what carb you should take when? Now, before your workout, you should always take something which is more of a complex carb. You gotta stay away. You gotta stay away from simple carbs, guys. Simple, period. It's sugar, plain sugar. It's only going to add, water weight. It's only going to add fat to your body. You just want to remove, simple, plain carbs from your diet. You gotta stick on to fibrous and your complex carbs. So before your workout, you got to have some rice. And I'm talking about, guys, any goal that you may have. You may have a goal for a muscle gain. You may have a weight loss goal. Any goal whatsoever, it applies to everybody. Just that the quantity portion will differ, which is going to be my third point, which I'm going to arrive at it very shortly. So before your workout, you got to have complex carbs, which includes your rice, not rotis. You can have your bread, you can have some peanut butter, so that when you train, you are supplied with utmost amount of energy so that you can perform in your gym. Just remember, guys, and just think about it logically. Just think about it. You're hitting the gym and you have no strength. Obviously, when you have no strength, your output will take a backseat. You will not be able to perform to your maximum ability. And if you're not performing well, obviously you're going to compromise on results. Simple, plain, common sense. So you got to feed the right amount of food. People saying, oh, you're going to put on fat with carbs. No, carbs will never make you fat. It's the timing and the kind of carbs which will make you fat. So before your workout, you got to have some rice, you got to have some sweet potato, have some protein with it. It could be a protein shake along with some carbs, and never ever take carbs alone. You got to have some protein with it or some fat with it so that your body digests it faster. Always, as a thumb rule, remember that. Now you've taken your pre-workout meal, which is about 60 to 70% of carbs and 20 to 30% of protein and fat put together. You started training, and remember, when you train also with your carb meal, you realize that you're sweating, you're getting the right pump, you're stimulating muscle growth, everything good is happening to your body. But if you were to do it on an empty stomach or with too much protein in your diet, you're not going to get a pump. You'll get aches, you'll have problems, with crankiness, you'll have problems with cramps, so many issues around it. So you don't want that. Again, you're taking your performance is taking a back seat. Now comes post-workout. Now post-workout, again, now your 60% of your diet will be protein, which is your whey protein shake or egg whites or chicken, fish, whatever it is. And still you got to have 20 to 30% of carbs, which includes your white rice or brown rice. It's all up to you. You got to still have carbs, because those carbs will help you recover from that workout. Because if you don't have those carbs, your body will not be able to recover and you will be sore the next day. And what will happen? You will not be able to train because your body hasn't recovered. So pre and post, you got to have your carbs. Only the ratio changes. Pre-workout, you got to have it for 60% of your carbs, and post-workout, you can have about 30 to 40%, regardless of any body type. Now comes my third point. How much carbs should you be taking? So let's talk about on an average. Let's say you're an ectomorph, a guy who has a tough time packing on weight, muscle, whatever. Your 60 to 70% of your diet should come from carbs, and again, this rule applies before workout, after workout. In every meal, in totality, your macros should be 60% of carbohydrates, 30% of protein, and 10% of fat. Don't make that mistake of jacking up on your protein and hoping that you'll pack on more muscle. No, guys, ectos won't pack on muscle on protein. They pack on muscle on calories, because that's what your body needs. You need that push. Your body needs that, because your glycogen stores will be able to store in your liver. You need that glycogen support, guys. You have to take at least 60 to 70% of your diet from carbs. Now comes the second category of it, which is endomorph, people like me who have a tendency to put on weight easy, lose weight easy. So for people like us, you got to have a blend of 40%, 40% of carbs, 40 to 50% of protein and 10% of fat. Why 40%? And these 40% will come from pre and post workout window. You can't be like an ectomorph taking carbs in every meal. You got to take it 20% before your workout, 20% after your workout. That's the way it's got to be. And rest, you can focus on fibrous carbs, which I talked about, the veggies, asparagus, broccoli, etc. Mesomorphs, the rule applies pretty much the same as ectos. It's just that they can switch their carb ratio back and forth. It could be 30% of carbs, 40% of protein, because they are gifted souls, man. They can get away with anything, whatever they eat, depending on their goal and where exactly their body fat percentage is. So guys, these are the three things that you should know about carbs, if you want to make the most of it for your aesthetic gains. Timing of carbs, the kind of carbs, and how much carbs you should take. I hope these three things come in handy to you. I hope you don't eliminate carbs from your diet, because eliminating them will not get you any results. Eliminate will not help you lose weight. If you think it will help you lose weight, it would not. So integrate this into your fitness regime and do let me know how that goes. So any one of you have any questions around this, feel free to reach out to me either on my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, even on my WhatsApp, and I'll be very happy to help you with your carb goal. So until we meet again, peace.